Hello and welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2. Thank you very much for joining me in this video. And last time out we took a journey, or we were just going to grab an MAN lorry from Dumfries and take it over to Aarhus, or Aarhus, whatever, however you pronounce that, over in Denmark, I believe. So we're going to be continuing along that journey. Last time out we went along the A75, M74, down the M6, then down this A road that I actually don't know the name of because it's not listed and I'm not too familiar with the name of that A road. What A road is that? I'm not too sure. And then, but anyway, in this video we're going to be continuing down this A road, down the A1M, going across the A15, and then going on to the A63, and then over to Hull, and we should end the video in Iceberg. And in the next video we'll be taking along this journey and getting our freight to its destination. So make sure you stay tuned for the next 20 to 25 minutes. I think this one will probably be a little bit shorter, so about 20 minutes for this episode, and then of course for the next one. Okay, so we're continuing along over here. Just crossed over that dam. That looks stunningly great. Right, it looks like we're going to have to slow down to 6th, maybe even 5th here, because we are certainly losing speed as we come up this hill. This is a very tough hill, it seems. Here we go, 5th gear. 20 miles per hour, really pushing that engine as we continue up the hill. Come on. Fuel economy is through the floor right now. There we go, now we're picking up speed. Just watching in that mirror who's behind me. Can't see anybody right now. I wonder if I could just do a quick look outside. Oh yeah, definitely people behind me. Should probably stick my hand out the window. Sorry, can't do anything about this. Oh, it is only 30 here, although we're going into a 60 once again, or 50, sorry. Single carriageway, 50 for a lorry. Over here, here we go. Continuing on our journey. I really should be paying attention to the road, which I'm not. I want to be paying attention to make sure my recording's recording. Because believe it or not, I've just recorded this and now I'm having to re-record it. Well done me. I'm a very smart person. I don't check that I'm recording something before I record it. That's new. So BMW towing a caravan. I don't think I've seen that one in particular. This petrol station shouldn't be here. As in, the petrol station probably should be. Just referring to the type of it. Eddie Stobart count for today is 0, but that does look like an Eddie Stobart right ahead of us. So Eddie Stobart count for today looks to be 1. That is Eddie Stobart ahead of us. And for those people who are new to the channel, or you know haven't really been following this series and are regular on my channel, I don't know why I'm indicating for this. I always have a look for Eddie Stobart lorries because they're so popular in the United Kingdom. They are so popular in the United Kingdom. Okay, what's going on here? This is going to be a difficult one. I'll go on. There we go. I don't know how popular they are in Europe, but because they're so popular in the United Kingdom, it's something that I always take a look out for in real life. I think every kid does as well, and a lot of adults as well. You know, they'll play it with their kids. They'll play games. How many of these can you find, or how many of a certain type can you find? We have Royal Mail. We have the the post office ones, Parcel Force. DHL is quite popular in the UK, and most popular of all are Eddie Stobart. So that's the reason I play this game in Euro Truck Simulator, because it's just so popular. The temperature is 26 degrees. I'm not going to overtake this guy. It's 26 degrees right now, and it's 9 o'clock in the evening. That's something. That really is something. Look at that substation. It's not really a substation, is it? No, that's a very large substation. That's not a power station at all. That's a... Or do they... Transformers? Transformer station. That's a transformer station. That's huge. And wholly dangerous, of course. So the sun is starting to set in the United Kingdom. Very realistic. Don't think this isn't realistic. The temperature certainly isn't. It should be a few degrees cooler at this point in time. I'm going to follow him into that lane because I'm fairly sure I've got to turn towards Grimsby. In fact, I know I've got to turn towards Grimsby. Why is this 50? I mentioned this on the recording you'll never see, but I mentioned why is this 50? There is no section of the A1 that I know of like this in this area that is 50 miles per hour. There isn't. And this needs to be fixed, and I really hope that Pro Mods can fix this. And as a matter of fact, if it wasn't for this Stobart lorry that's in front of me, I probably would have been done for speeding there. Alright, we're just going to follow this guy. That's a pretty good turn. It's actually funny because I am recording this. At the time I'm recording this, it's roughly an hour to sunset, or just under an hour to sunset here, which is exactly what's happening right now. We've got sunsets, and it's at the right time. It is at the right time. This is what sunset's like in summer in the United Kingdom. For those people who aren't from the United Kingdom, it doesn't actually get totally dark. Especially up north. The further north you go, the less dark it even gets. To a point where I'm sure the tip of Scotland probably doesn't actually get dark at all. We say that we're in the twilight down here, down south. But it's not actually pitch black. Unlike winter, where by 5 o'clock it is pitch black. If that, maybe even 4:30. It'll have pitch black at 4:30. And I think now is a good time to switch on our full lights. I've got to watch the speed here. Now this is definitely accurate. It should be 50 around this, so we're going to just watch that speed. It's difficult to also used to driving cars on roads like this, and for a car the speed limit's 60. And I'll be completely honest, I don't think a lot of cars do 60 on roads like this. They'll go faster, especially if it's clear. A lot of cars will go faster. But obviously it is 60 for a reason. And it's 50 for a reason for lorry drivers too. Alright, just continuing along. This is probably, looking at the time, this is probably going to be a fairly short episode. I'm fairly sure of that. But unfortunately, if I were to finish the entire episode off, it would end up being the entire journey off, it would end up being a fairly long episode. On that retarder. We are going downhill. And here comes the A15. Just going to turn on to the A15. This is going to be a nightmare, I'm fairly sure of that. Now I'm going to go, and the reason I'm going to do this... Now you're probably wondering, why did I go ahead and do that? It's quite simple. Last time I did, on the run that you never saw, I got to this junction and the lorries just stopped in the middle and the cars just stopped in the middle. As opposed to actually letting me go or going. They just decided, nope, we're just going to stop in the middle. And so I had to sort of go around them. Which I don't wish to repeat. that an MAN truck? That is a DAF, actually. Alright. This is another junction that's going to be horrible. Because you just don't have the pickup for it. As you can see, it's a 60-mile-per-hour road, but I joined the road at 15 miles per hour. And that was me trying to push the engine as fast as I could, and as hard as I could. Still trying to push that engine. And it's not so much about the engine, pushing the engine, it's also about getting through the gears as quickly as you can. Obviously you've got to be careful going through the gears in order not to do this. In order not to do that, you've got to be careful as you go through the gears, as we drive alongside the River Humber. I think the name is the River Humber. It's a Humber estuary, so I'm guessing it's the River Humber. It's certainly not the River Hull. If it was the River Hull, it'd probably have a few leaks. That's a really bad joke. Right, continuing along. We're probably going to have to, if I remember correctly, coming into Hull, it's a 60 to a 50 to a 30, I think. Which is realistic. We do have that. We have 60 that goes to a 50 that goes to a 30. That's completely realistic. Nothing wrong about that. There's the 50. Alright, so we're down to 50. Now there should be a 30 somewhere. There's the 30. Now, as a real roundabout, this is not how you use a real roundabout. This is clearly not how you use a real roundabout. But I figured this out again on the run that you guys never saw. That these roundabouts don't actually work as real roundabouts. Alrighty. That's pretty good. Right, we're almost to our destination and it's only been... It has really only been 10 minutes. Hold on. It's only been about 10 minutes. Interesting. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do the rest of the journey then. Change of plans. Change of plans. And you're probably wondering, how come he hasn't taken any photos? The reason I haven't taken any photos is because I did that all in the dry run. You guys indicate so late. Alrighty, I think I can get in front of this car. There we go. Lovely. Handbrake on. Not engine off. Didn't mean to do that. Handbrake on. Head tracking off. Then we'll do this. Alright, let's get over to this place now. Let me have a look at how long's left on this journey. So otherwise, it's going to be a very short episode otherwise, and I don't really fancy doing a really short episode. Yeah, you know what? Let's just do it. It's not that far. It's not that far, and it's all fast roads, it seems. Let's go ahead and do that. And back to, obviously, taking photos. And we've got to remember we're driving on the other side of the road. Right, where's the exit? Hold on, where's the exit? Where's the exit? Is it just straight? Oh, hang on, I see it. I see some signs. I saw the sign, and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. If anybody gets that reference, please put it in the description box below. Right, 50 in a city, 80 out of a city, 130 on a motorway. Okay. So that's... okay. I'm a little bit confused already. I'm not going that side. Okay. Hang on. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Got it. You'd think he would have slowed down a smidge. But oh no, he's not going to slow down. Why would he slow down? Got to be careful on changing those gears. I'm going to end up destroying them. Oh, look at that bus. That's fancy. Look at this car. This car's fancy. What is this? What is that? Looks like a cross between a Charger and I wonder if it's one of those new Kias. Could be. Alright. I'll need to fill up fuel at some point, so let's not forget about that. I've got enough to get to our destination, not a problem. There's the DHL lorry. Remember I was just talking about DHL lorries? Well, there's a DHL. Again, very popular in the UK. Alright, time to navigate a roundabout backwards. This roundabout is huge. And I still went on the curb. But that roundabout was still huge. Double roundabout, okay. There we go. These roundabouts are much wider than roundabouts in the UK of the same size. Or of similar size. Come on, reset. There we go. Crickets chirping. Police cars policing? Yeah, that's a word. It's definitely a word. Whether it's the word I was looking for, that's a whole different story. Alright, what have we got here? Where's this guy going? Okay, I couldn't see his indicator. That guy's the one going around. Go on. Why has he stopped? He's got space, plenty of it. I'm not actually on the roundabout. They don't have markings on the roundabout. That's something to note. Lane markings. Alright. We've got 816 miles worth of fuel, or thereabouts. Not too sure how long we've got to go, but I wouldn't put it past us having more than 100 miles to run. 58 kilometers to Colding. Okay. A slightly fast change. 80 miles to run. There you go. Told you. Nice and quick. In fact, yeah, this is not too bad. Going through an entire section like this. Colding 5. Well, did I say Colding 5 or does V mean something else? Oh no, someone told me what that means. V and C and everything. C is basically the city centre or something. So what does the V mean? Maybe the outskirts? Aarhus, this way? Hold on, is that a lane change for me? I don't think... Oh, it's that junction again. It's that junction. Okay. I think it's this lane. Oh no, we're okay. We just continue like this and yeah, we can stay in this lane. And we've been that way before, I think. So, no, we've been this way, or Dens. This is the way we've been before. So we're already at that junction. That's good. And nobody's coming down that slip road, so that's also good. Right, joining onto this. That was actually remarkably easy. Although we do need to swap lanes. Go ahead and do that now. And so this is all new. We've never been this way before. Although I am speeding. It's not 60 on these roads, it's 50. And that should slow us down anyway. All new places. Right, next up is Vegli. No, I don't think it's pronounced Vegli. That doesn't sound too right. Ooh, I am not supposed to be in this lane. Well, that's a problem. Viborg and Herning. Okay. So is this realistic? Perhaps this is. I'm not too sure. Anyway, we're almost at our destination. Just looking at the time. And we're doing quite well for time, actually. As long as I don't get a speeding ticket. 63 kilometers to Aarhus, which is about 37 miles, I believe. And we'll be there very quickly. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. That's a nice Mitsubishi Lancer. Not an Evolution, clearly. But let's see what we can do. I'm trying to keep slightly above the speed limit, to be honest. 50 just seems a bit slow on these roads. Wait until we get to the Autobahn. Get to the Autobahn, do 150. This truck would not do that, surely. I'm sure trucks have a speed limit, right? N and V. I wonder what that is. V north. S is south. I'm guessing. Why am I indicating? S is south. So N must be north. So I wonder if V is the Denmark's equivalent. So the Danish equivalent of... Oh, what am I indicating again? Danish equivalent of east, maybe? Perhaps? Or west. West. V could be west. It could be west. And that's not me being racist in any which way, that V and W's, but it's actually based in... That's actually based in actual... what do you call it? Syntax? Yeah. That would actually be based in syntax. Right. Here we go. Alright, we're at our destination. So this should be nice and fun. Thank you, Mr. Ford Focus. Really odd. That was a really odd Ford Focus. Look at that sunrise. I need this lane. Sunrise. Look at that sunset. Thank you. Well done, brain. Alright. It's lagging in this area. Oh, go forward a little bit. That's what I meant to do, not look out the window. Oh, that's a lot of lag. And that is definitely right. I think we've certainly established this is a long load. Right, we've got a place to sleep there. We've got plenty of fuel. We've got a repair station. It looks like maybe a truck dealer too. I'm not the greatest at driving these lorries of late, I will admit that. But we are almost at our destination, just one corner to go, and this lag is really hurting. Hurting my head tracking, hurting my head. Right, this is where it's awkward. There we go. Yep, definitely a long load. You can just see how close that comes to the curb. Right, and I think Eurobulk was our destination. It is. Right. We should be okay bringing the truck into this. Yeah, we should be okay with that. There we go. Right, where do you want it? You want it there. Okie dokie. So to do that, we need to turn it around. Right, turn around. Hello. Fantastic. Don't need to turn it around. We could have come in through... Is that another entrance? Because that looks like that's plenty of space to turn it around. No, there's no extra... I thought there might have been another entrance right here, but there isn't. Nice and slow. Keep the speed down. Gives us the turning circle. We've got more than enough room. That's easy. Now I do wonder why it wants to be transported here to Eurobulk. Although look, Eurobulk with a Eurobulk trailer. That's good. Got a little Peugeot 406 there. Never liked those cars. A Jeep and a Saab 90... Was that a Saab 93? Saab 93, amazing car. Just going to say that. Right, and... let's get this into where it needs to be. Into reverse. Back we go. This should be a piece of cake. I swear, if I make a mess up of this, I'm going to make a mess up of it. How can I be making a mess up of this? No, I think I'm doing okay. Just need to turn it a little bit further in, that's all. There you go, that's better. I think the rear wheels have steering. Maybe. A little bit further back, I guess. Come on. How much further back do we have to go? There we go, right there. That will do. Handbrake on, engine off. Detach the trailer. There we go. Coach delivered from Dumfries to Aarhus. Fair amount of experience. Does that give me up to level 8? It does give me up to level 8. In fact, it takes me halfway through level 8. I could get With another journey like that, give me another 1,000 experience. I'll be level 9. Very nice. Okay. Good money. Did I have to pay for a speeding ticket? Not too sure. Can't remember having to do that. Right, let's have a look at what we can do. I think we should go for another high-value cargo. High-value cargo might give us things like oversized loads and things like that, and I am looking forward to doing that. So that's what I'm going to take, and that is where I'm going to end this episode. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video, subscribe to the channel for more videos on Euro Truck Simulator 2. Leave a comment in the comments box below, letting me know what you think. We'll save that as EP28. If you're watching this on Twitch, do follow me or do subscribe on YouTube. And if you're watching this on YouTube, do go follow me or subscribe to me on Twitch. That's www.twitch.tv/ecgadget. Also, you can donate, pledge. Yep, that would be the right word. Pledge to me on Patreon. www.patreon.com/ecgadget. Your support would be massively appreciated. It would help me out a huge amount, and you will get access to my Discord server regardless of what you pledge. Aside from that, I don't think there's much more to tell you guys, so that's where I'm going to end it, and I'll see you guys next time in Euro Truck Simulator 2.